Hi, everybody, and welcome back. I'm so happy to have you guys here. So, for this week, we are talking about responsibility starting today, Monday, April 13th, through Friday, all the way to April 17th. So, earlier this year, we did talk about responsibilities and rights. So, I want to see if you guys do remember what responsibility means. Okay. So, if you don't remember what responsibility means, being responsible is about doing what you are supposed to do and doing the best job you can at it. Being responsible means you do the things you are supposed to do, which leads to positive results. But being irresponsible means you don't do what you're supposed to do, which then leads to negative results, also known as consequences. So some responsibilities that someone can have is taking care of your health, taking care of your things, your education, the choices you even make is a responsibility, and your chores. So I want to focus on the choices you're making. So for this week, being responsible is very important because we're not physically going to school anymore. We're doing school online, so it's complete and huge change. So for right now, you are responsible to come to Teams, sign in, and even watch the recorded lessons, join our live lessons, and do some assignments. That is some of the responsibilities you have. Some of the responsibilities that I have is showing up to the live lessons so I can teach you guys. And one of the things I'm going to focus on for one of my responsibilities is taking care of my dog. So this week, you are going to finally meet one of my puppies. I'm going to show you the responsibilities that I have to do when it comes to taking care of my dog. Some of those responsibilities are making sure my puppy gets fed, gets his bath, gets his shots, gotta take him to the vet, gotta give him his medication. A lot of responsibility comes when it comes to taking care of a pet, or even yourself. So like I said, an example of responsibility is something you are supposed to do. It can be a task like feeding your dog, or it can be a way of behaving. So for example, at school, what do? We use our indoor voices. We don't scream. We use our indoor voices, and we want to answer a question or talk. What do? We raise our hand. So that is something that is a responsibility when it comes to behavior. So what do you think a responsibility is that, so what responsibility do you have right now besides going to your online classes? Can you think of any other responsibilities you may have? Now let's think about those responsibilities. So let's say one of your responsibilities is taking care of your room. What happens if you don't take care of your room? It'll start to get messy. Trash would start to pile up, dirty clothes will start to pile up, and that could lead to negative consequences. That could bring bugs into your room, which is not very good. No one wants bugs in their room. So we always got to make sure we're keeping everything clean. That's even one of my responsibilities, is taking care of my house and cleaning it every day, making sure that there's no bugs, no trash, no clutter. We like to live in a clean space. So being responsible means you do the things you are supposed to do, which leads to positive results. Being irresponsible means you don't do what you're supposed to do, which leads to negative results, like we discussed in the previous slide. So another responsibility, as you can see here, the above picture are plants dying. If you're not taking care of your plants, giving it plant food, yes, plants do require plant food. I didn't know that until I started making a garden. So you gotta give your plants food and make sure you water them. You gotta make sure what specific plant needs to be watered, how much they need to be watered. So just a couple weeks ago, I planted some Christmas tree palms, and they are required to be watered for 30 days straight. 30 days. And if you don't water them, it could lead to negative consequences like the above picture. They can die. But since I'm watering those plants every day, I'll show you later this week the plants I have and what I do to take care of them. But when you are taking care of them every day, your plants can look like this second picture. And this will be the positive consequence you'll get. You will get a strong, healthy plant. So what is a negative consequence you can think of if you don't show up to classes? One thing I can think of is it could affect your attendance or your grades. So when you don't show up to class, we don't know how you're doing, and we miss you guys, so we want to know how you're doing. By you doing your lessons, that's you working on your grades. And by you doing your lessons, it's going to lead to a positive consequence, which can lead to rewards. For example, let's say, remember how every morning we would do our morning greetings, our morning stretches, and we would do our 15-minute lessons, then a 15-minute break. But once we completed each course subject, by the end of the day, you were rewarded the choice you want to do, which was for self-determination, because you completed your lessons that you were responsible for, you interacted in each activity. So by the end of the day, you had the choice of doing something you wanted to do. That was your positive consequence. You got rewarded for doing the things you were responsible for doing. So remember, there's always positive and negative consequences. When you do the things you're supposed to do and do a good job at it, or at least try, you will get a positive consequence, which can lead to a reward. For example, another example would be Mackenzie. When you stayed focused, you didn't scream, and you completed all your work, at the end of the day, you got a positive consequence and you received your reward, which was a toy. So let's remember, being responsible can lead to consequences. But when you do your responsibilities, it can lead to positive consequences, which can lead to rewards. If you don't do the things you're responsible for, that can lead to negative results and negative consequences. So let's think about what responsibilities we have. What responsibilities do you have? Take a minute and write a list of responsibilities that you may have. Like I mentioned before, it can be your chores. That might be washing your dishes, making your bed, brushing your teeth, eat your vegetables, or let's say, do your lessons for online school. Made your list? Great. Make sure you keep that list, because on Wednesday, we'll be talking about how to create a schedule for your responsibilities. This schedule will help you stay organized and on task. I know that keeping a schedule has always helped me. By keeping a schedule, it will let you know if you have completed your responsibility, if you still need to complete it, and it'll show you if you do want to receive a reward by the end of your completion of your responsibilities. It will show you how much closer you are to receiving that reward. So this is just an example of what a schedule can look like. Me, Miss Erin, and Miss Rebecca are going to help you make a specific responsibility schedule for each and one of you guys. And hopefully this can even work for your goals as well, because we all have goals that we are responsible for. For example, one of my goals is to get back into golf tournaments. But how am I going to do that? I need to be responsible and start practicing every day. Keeping up with my health, because believe it or not, golfing does require a lot of exercise. We have to carry this 20-pound bag on our backs. So I gotta stay strong and healthy. So I gotta make sure I'm doing my exercise, eating well. Those are just some few responsibilities that I have when it comes to even reaching some goals. So we can even focus on some goals we want to reach and then tune in on the responsibilities that will go for those specific goals. So we only have a couple minutes left. I just want to do a daily reminder from when it comes to working with each other in real time. Starting today, Monday, April 13th, we are doing morning greetings from 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. This is going to happen every morning, starting today. If you can't make it, do not worry. I understand. There's always another day to make it to morning greetings. This is just for us to see how everyone's doing, to say hello to you guys, because I know Miss Rebecca, Miss Erin, and I definitely miss all you guys. It's not the same teaching on the computer versus seeing you guys in person. We miss you. The second thing I wanted to go over is our live lessons. So each live lesson is going to be 15 minutes long. Our live lessons will be conducted every day from 10:30 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Like I said before, if you can't make our morning greetings and if you can't make our live lessons, don't worry. You can always pull up our recorded lessons afterwards. We are going to record every live lesson. So let's say you can't make it to our 10:30 a.m. lesson on Wednesday. Well, later that day, it will be available to pull up so you can watch it at night or Thursday morning. And I just want to go over each course subject is going to have one live lesson. So for Monday, we'll go over communications live. Tuesday, we will go over transitional planning live. Wednesday will be career prep live, and Thursday self-determination live. So there's 4 subjects that we are focusing on. And like I said, 10:30 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Monday through Thursday. On Friday, we will probably be doing something a little more fun and creative when it comes to our live lessons. Our recorded lessons, now this is different from our live lessons. We are required to have 2 recorded lessons for each course subject. But like I want to say, for example, not all of the recordings are going to be up on Monday. We are saving specific recordings for specific days. So if you see that communication skills only has 1 video, don't worry, we're saving that for a specific day. We're saving the second video for another day that goes with a specific lesson. If you don't even see a video for a course subject, don't worry again. We are saving these recordings for a specific day. So we might want you to go over some activities so you could start to understand what we're talking about. This might be some core words, some vocabulary, some reading. And once we go into our recorded lessons, can get a better understanding what we're talking about. And there goes my timer. So morning greetings every day, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Live lessons, 10:30 a.m. to 10:45 for our 4 course subjects. And there will be 2 recorded lessons for each core subject per week. So like I said, if you don't see all the recorded lessons there on Monday, stay tuned because we are saving those recordings for a specific day. Thank you everyone and have a great day.